All right, so what's your name?
My name is Annalisa.
Anna.
Yes,
How old are you?
I am 30.
Where are you from originally?
Well, for the last 5 years, 8 years, Vegas, and then before that, a small town in Ohio.
Okay.
Yes.
And what are you doing out here in Phoenix right now?
Me and my husband were stranded from doing work, and so we ended up uh, going into the sober living programs just to find out that they're all frauds, and had 3 months of sobriety, and this place promised us so much. And we got comfortable, we unpacked, we collected stuff, and then they gave us 2 hours to pack our shit and leave.
So you're homeless right now?
Yeah, been homeless.
How long have you been homeless for?
Well, here in Phoenix, we've been here since March, and we've been on and off being homeless. But before that, in Vegas, we were homeless for almost a year, and then before that, we were in Pahrump, which is an hour outside of Vegas, and
I heard of that little small town.
yeah, and we were homeless out there for about 5 or 6 months.
So you said you came out here to do work. What kind of work were you doing?
The not legal kind. Like, I mean, to be honest, we were driving, and so it just wasn't.
You said like coyote work?
Yeah, like
Okay.
you went and picked people up and drive them back, and then we got caught one time, and they didn't charge us or anything like that, and so we stopped after that.
Where did you guys pick up the people at? Was it here in Tucson?
Sierra Vista,
Okay.
and then you crossed them over the border and brought them up.
How much were you guys making doing
Uh,
that?
Us anywhere from $200 to $500 a person.
A person?
Yeah.
And how many people did you guys bring
Anywhere
back?
from 2 to 7 or 8, depending on what kind of vehicle you have.
So, what's like the largest payday that you ever had? doing that type of work?
We had 7 people, and with those people, we got 500 a head. So like 40 something, $4,000,
$4,000?
something like that. And it all went to Blues.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Do you know, we shacked up in a motel
Yeah.
a weekly out here for once we stopped, because we thought we had enough money to kind of figure out what we wanted to try to restart our lives. Both my parents are gone.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody but my husband, and so we just wanted our own family, so we decided to try the sober, try the whole trying to get our shit together life.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like one thing after the next. Just
Do you have kids?
no.
You don't have kids?
Nope.
That's good.
We've been together for 8 years, and so we've never used protection in those 8 years, so it's we kind of
So I'm a little more curious about the type of work. I've never met anybody that's done that before.
Really?
How did you end up in that line of work?
We were homeless in Vegas, and somebody came up to us and offered us the job.
Just a random person?
Yeah.
Was he like a white guy, Mexican guy, or?
White guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was just into doing that, and
Yeah. Well, he had a bunch of other people that did it too.
okay.
But like I said, we got caught the one time, and I just was we didn't they didn't charge us. They took our fingerprints to make sure we weren't wanted or anything like that.
Yeah.
I had never been arrested. They didn't even put handcuffs on me. Border Patrol, when they caught us, didn't even put handcuffs on me.
Okay.
Handcuffed my husband, but not me. I've never been in any kind of legal trouble ever in my entire life.
And what about your husband? Has he been
No,
in trouble before?
no. And see, that's the funny part. He has his FFL, his federal firearms license.
Yeah.
He's the gunsmith. He's licensed to work with massive, with level 4 and high, lower. So he technically, legally, he can make silencers. He can order certain parts that you're real
So he could work for the government.
Yeah. And
Did-
see, our thing is all we need to get him is his Arizona ID, and that's what we were working on. We were
So
getting
his
our
license didn't get revoked or anything
No,
like that?
no,
He's
see?
super lucky.
He's super lucky. He's never been arrested for anything either in his entire life. So we've been very blessed that way, that we've never gotten in trouble with the law enforcement. We never, we don't have kids that we need. It's just the two of us. But it's we want kids. We want to have, you know what I mean? My parents, I was born and raised white picket fence. I didn't even know what food stamps were until I met my husband.
So you had a good childhood growing up?
Very good.
Tell me a little bit about it.
I play 14 different musical instruments. My dad was a nurse at a prison. My mom was an accountant. Like, they made really good money. We lived in a
So you guys were upper middle class? Or
upper
just
middle class.
Okay.
Yeah, always had money, always. Like I said, didn't know what food stamps were. I never even knew like that was even a thing. Like, looking back now, there's some families that it clicks with me now, like, oh, that's why they had food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I always, we did band, and my brother played sports, and we helped out our family, like, financially. And then when my dad died, like, we couldn't help out financially anymore, and my whole family disowned me and my mom and my brother.
Okay.
Because we couldn't pay their rent anymore. We
So-
couldn't pay their car payment anymore. We couldn't do all these things because that's what we did. Like,
Yeah.
we grew up where you took care of family.
Yeah, man.
And when they disowned us just because we didn't have money for them anymore, it really showed, like, And then my husband, he grew up he was adopted at 5 months old, and his biological family is just as fucked up as his adoptive family. And like, the situation that he's had to, like, live through, like, I don't, like, most people in his shoes have been arrested, or be dead. Like, that's just, like, his options were, like, the way that he grew up. But I got him at 18. And when I got him at 18, I picked him up at a McDonald's and literally took him with me, like, adopted him myself, essentially.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah, we've been together, like, we've spent like maybe 5 nights apart in 8 years.
Where'd you meet him?
Ohio, online.
Online.
Yeah.
Okay.
He went to meet his biological family in Ohio.
Was he already on the streets when he met you?
No, but he had been homeless in California when he was 16 for a
Okay.
whole year. From 16 to 17, and then he went back to his mom, his adopted mom. And then she was like, he stayed there for a year. And then he went to Ohio to meet his biological family, met me, like, because he went in May and I got him in August, like, our anniversary is August. So, like, there's not that long of a time where I got him, and I got him at 18, and I showed him what, like, real family was. Like,
Yeah.
he met both my parents. Like, both my parents were alive
And
when.
at that point, he started living with you?
Yeah, from
Okay.
the very moment I got him. And
When you met him?
yeah,
he
it
wanted
just,
to go live
I
with
don't,
you?
let me tell you, like,
Well,
when
was it love at first sight, or?
it was like that. Like, I didn't want to be married. I didn't want to have kids. I didn't want I didn't want no part of it. I used to babysit for rich families
Okay.
too in Ohio. And so I had money, I had a car, I had everything I could possibly ever need. All the luxury, all the designer. I worked at Ulta Beauty. I've worked at Verizon. I've worked at so many places and had wonderful opportunities. But when two people that is such an important part of your life dies, I gave up.
Yeah.
And that's when I was prescribed. That's my thing, is I was prescribed for 5 years when I lived in Ohio. And then when I moved to Vegas, I went the first 2 months, and then the third month I went back, and my doctor was gone. So I switched from was on for like 3 years. And then when we were going to be homeless in Vegas, I weaned us off the heroin just to turn around, and our side bitch got us hooked on pills. And we've been on them ever since, until 3 months ago when we got to that sober living. And
You said your side girl?
yeah, I like girls too.
Oh, okay. So you guys are like kind of in an open
Oh.
relationship?
No, it's like he can't go out and find bitches
Okay.
or whatever. I normally find the bitches because I like.
You normally find the girls for
Yeah.
both of you guys?
Yeah, and then the last side bitch, she actually. The funny part is that she tried to steal my husband from me, and
Okay.
obviously that didn't fucking work. She tried every book, the pregnancy, the she doesn't care about you, the everything, and he just looked at her and said, "Listen, lady, I've known you for not even 2 months, and I've been with my girl for 7 years at this point. I think I love my woman, so." And so we've been clean for 3 months, and we're trying to stay clean and
good, man.
get off the street. We're just waiting on our birth certificates in order to go get our IDs.
What's up with your brother? You said is that your only?
My only
Sibling?
sibling, yeah. I have one
Okay.
brother. He's married and has 3 kids.
What's he doing now? Is he doing good? Or
Yeah, he has a wife, and he makes good money. He has
does
a
he
set
know
of
your situation or not?
Yeah, he knows.
He
But
knows that
see,
you're
I
homeless?
was when my mom died.
Okay.
Like, I didn't answer the phone call. I was more mad that her bank account got shut down and I
Yeah.
couldn't buy cigarettes.
Okay.
That's how addiction works. And my mom, the thing is my mom knew. My mom knew that I was. I told my mom everything. Me and my mom were like best friends. We talked multiple times, like on the phone multiple times a day, texting, calling, everything. Like, and she knew. She knew that when my dad died, it killed me inside. That I wasn't the same, and so I needed to fill that with something. And I also lost my best friend. She was 16, in a head-on car accident. And that, like, after you lose people like that, and aren't raised around and stuff like that, you don't really know.
Yeah.
I was so close to cops. Like, I had their phone numbers, and I could call them if I was in any kind of trouble, and they would come to me. And yeah.
Are you planning to stay out here, or
Yeah, we want to. We love it
you
here.
want to go back to
No.
Las Vegas?
No, we don't.
You don't like Las Vegas?
No, not. We needed to change our people, places, and things in order to
Okay.
do the whole sobriety thing. And so I think now that this whole, that we've stayed sober, even after all these fuck ups that have happened to us, like, I think it's part of our story. Like, his adoptive mom has 35 years of sobriety. She wanted a baby so bad, but she couldn't have kids, that she went and got, she adopted. And she's been sober for 36, well, this coming February, it'll be 37 years. So
For
it's
her.
like that, and she took us to AA, and she took us. And it's like, we want that for ourselves, and we want that. But until you're ready, like, and the thing is they try to separate me and my husband. And when you separate us, if you were to separate us right now, I'll tell you, within 20 minutes, both of us will be getting home. But you keep us together, we hold each other accountable. We're like,
You said you were in a program here?
yeah, we've been in
a
12.
Native American one?
Yeah.
How
They-
did you get into a Native American program?
We were
First
homeless.
of all, what's your ethnicity or race?
White.
Okay.
I am Irish, Dutch, and Scottish.
But you were in a Native American program.
They were paying us to stay high in these programs. And when we moved out here, we still had Vegas insurance and Vegas food stamps. So when we stayed out here, then the sober living took control of getting us our benefits. And
So they did all the paperwork?
they
and
did all the
that?
paperwork, they got us the card, they did everything for us, did not tell us.
So they just put you under Native American?
Yeah. I've been to hospitals out here. I've been to 12 different programs. I've been to doctors. I've done everything else. Not one person has ever looked at me and said, "Did you know that you were on Native insurance?" I've been to go get new cards from the office at the food stamp office, and not once did they look at me and say, "You are not Native American."
Yeah.
If they would have said something, I would have changed it the moment I did. You know what I mean? I don't like this. It makes me sick to my stomach. When they told me, I threw up in my mouth, because I was like, that's why they kept coming back for us. That's why no matter we were on the street and we gave them our name and whatever, they would come hunt us down and they would promise us all these things. It's because we had this insurance. And when you're on that Native insurance, we weren't supposed to know this, but they got paid $2,500 a day for each one of us. So that's $5,000 just for me and my husband a day that they were making on us. And they were paying us under the table, cash, to get high.
The government gives them money and...
No, see, that's the thing. The only plan that does not require you to bill directly through Access is the Native American, because they go straight through the tribal, and the tribe pays it out. Where if you're on any of the other Access, you have to prove all this stuff. Where the Native, they just pay out.
Okay.
And the moment that I found out that I was on it, I changed my insurance over, and I'm no longer on the Native American insurance, because that's fucking fraud.
Yeah.
I'm no, like I said, I've never been in trouble. I've never been to jail, never done anything wrong in my entire fucking life, except for fuck. I mean, if you count shit,
Yeah.
but other than that, no. I've never, I'm a good kid. I'm a good person. We care. so much about other people. Even like we had $2 the other day, and it was our last $2, and we gave it to somebody else to go buy because they need it. Like, you could tell that they were hurting, and it's like, I don't want to feel that pain ever again. The whole the hurt pain from being. I will not do that again ever.
All right. Well, hey man, thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah,
I
no
really do
problem.
appreciate it. Are you okay if I post this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, of course.
And just in case anybody wants to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations, do you have any contact information that you want to share, like an email or anything like that?
I could probably let's see. I have
Facebook or anything like that?
Yeah, Facebook. Under my husband. It's the easiest way to get a hold of us because I can't log into my Facebook anymore.
Okay.
But my husband's name is Benjamin Corey Chambers with a K, and it's a picture of just him, and he's a skinny white kid.
How do you spell it out?
Benjamin, Benjamin, Corey, Korey, Chambers, Chambers, and that's on Facebook.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.